Hi, this is Cheryl Selby-Spear. This is my video of my capstone project, Woodland Harvest. I created a website from scratch using PHP and SQL on the back end and HTML and CSS on the front. I started out using wireframes to decide the look of my website here. So I wanted a header that had a nav bar with Woodland Harvest in there, and a main page, a sidebar with links to eBay, Facebook, and YouTube, and then a footer. So, on the back end, I created using PHP Storm. Here's all of my pages here. I started out with my SQL. So I created 3 tables. These are not relational tables, so they're all separate, so there's no foreign keys. I have my database. So this requires, I created functions for connecting and disconnecting that I then used to create function pages. Here is my actual definition for my connection. Then I did my initialization where I required all of those 3 things in order to start, and then I used the initialize page on all of my other pages in order to connect to the database. I also created a header. So this I used on each of my pages, so I only had to create the header once. This includes my nav bar. So this is where all of my beginning HTML tags are located. Again, you can see that I had my connections here, all my sessions starting here, the links to my CSS and Bootstrap, and then my nav bar, as I mentioned. And then this will take us to the beginning body tags. So my footer, again, which I required in each of my pages, here's my footer. This closes all of my JavaScript stuff from Bootstrap, my closing body tag, and my closing HTML tag. So I didn't have to use any of that in any of my other pages. I created an index page here. This created my body, so I used a flex container from Bootstrap so that it's a flexible main box. I can make that as large or as small as I want. And then I have a sidebar that has where I can have links to my main bar or whatever I want in there. I created a left side. This I just included in all of my other pages. This is the links to Facebook, eBay, and YouTube. These are all pages associated with Woodland Harvest. I have a login page. This is a private login, so this is only for the owner of the website. This allows him to log in and update both the musing and the recipe pages using PHP. There's the input for that. And then, of course, the logout in case he wants to get out of that and go back to the main pages. The musing, this is where he will update the musing main page using PHP. So when he updates up here with the musing in the CRUD PHP there, this is displayed on the main page, his title and article, and then down here, links to each of the articles using the title from here and here. Private PHP, when he logs in, it'll take him to this page and he can choose whether to update a musing or a recipe. And recipes, this is the same as the musing, it's just for the recipe part. Register, I have it set up. Eventually what I want this to be is for a mail blast, so people can sign up to let them know when he updates his page and get articles on that. So we have first name, last name, email, and then eventually if we wanted to add passwords, I have that there. You just have to uncomment it, and then the errors and all that. Video page, this shows all the videos that we have on there, and then the CSS. For the musing and recipe pages, we have the index. This is where he can add stuff, update, and then delete. And then finally, we have his main page. So this is what it looks like. We have links to his sites here, as I mentioned. So it will take you to the eBay store or whichever one you want to go to. Here's his musing page. These will link you to his sites here, where you can go back. Videos. So again, this will take you to the various links if you want to go down. And then recipes, the same as musings. And these will link down to further recipes there. The login page. If we log in here, this is where you can create, update, or delete. So if we want to add one, we'll just say test here, add a bunch of data, hit save, and then if we look down at the bottom, this brings us back to the index page, and then our new item has been created. So if we want to edit that, it brings it back up, so then we can go change this again, test again, update, and then if we go back to the main menu and look at it, oops, you can see that it's been edited, and then if we want to delete, then we can delete that item. And now it's been deleted. And then here we can log out, and this will take us back to the index page. As I mentioned, the mailing page, we can add somebody here. And it'll just add them to the mailing list, but this doesn't actually function quite yet. But that is my Woodland Harvest site. These picks over on the side here were from Free Pricks, so I have free picks, so that was cited there. I also have a contact us, so if you wanted to email, you could go to that and send us a letter. So that is my website. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.